There's events that you do not want to miss, counting down to the 9th anniversary. If you see this in time, there's still time to save you. Basically, these are tickets that get you free summons on the new Gogeta and or Broly banner. To get these tickets, you have to complete these missions, which are really easy, but the hardest one, that is very time sensitive, is logging in for 25 days. So please, there's 23 days left. Oh my gosh, you're cooked. Hopefully you see this before. Hopefully you see this and you didn't realize it. I don't know. Just regardless, if you didn't know these tickets existed, here they are. Honestly, I am glad I'm checking them because I gotta use support items, as you can see. So at the end of the day, just make sure you go into this box here. Maybe grab some stones you missed out on, but more importantly, don't forget to get these tickets. Oh yeah, so we were talking about saving stones. So yes, obviously, Dokkan tip, counting down to 9th anniversary, please do not summon. There's a new Frieza banner out. Don't summon on this banner, please. It's a very obvious skip. On top of that, you can also consider not going super deep on certain banners for the 9th anniversary, just because right around the corner, a few months later, we're going to be synced up with JP, hopefully for the rest of our gaming career. But on top of that, it'll be worldwide units that usually absolutely destroy these units. So definitely make sure you get Beast for 9th anniversary. Get whoever you want after that, but just don't go super deep on any other banners, because continue saving throughout 9th anniversary, because I promise you, going into worldwide with stones, you will not regret it. I promise. It's so worth it. It's so freaking worth it. So get Beast, he's a must. After that, get who you want. Save what you can, what you can withstand for worldwide, which is like September, right, guys? Again, literally a couple months after 9th anniversary ends. So trust me, you will not regret saving some stones for that. Logged in for 6 days so far? Okay, you chilling. Let's go. Let's go. Sunflower, don't be a bad influence, bro. Don't listen to your friends. But yeah, you won't regret that. On top of that, a little cherry on top of that, if you can continue saving, a further tip past that, we should have a January anniversary as well, guys, right? Like, unless Dokkan, we don't know what Dokkan's doing, but JP should be synced up with Global by worldwide, and hopefully after that, which should mean, hopefully, that we have a 10th anniversary in July. Did I say July? We should have a 10th anniversary in January, which is a lot of stuff to just keep in mind. This is kind of for newer players, but really this could apply to anybody. Start farming these materials now. There's a lot of materials in this game that are really important to have. Like, they prevent you from playing the game if you don't have enough of them, especially if you're a newer player. So basically, if you go to the Baba shop, you can buy these Elder Kais. You can only get one a day, but if you start getting them every day, they can add up. As well as these Supreme Kais are limited, and even more importantly, or Gregory's infinite now? I think Gregory's are infinite, but even just knowing about this is really important. Start farming Zenny, whatever you want it to be. But there's time-limited stuff as well, like, or yeah, daily limited purchases. Like, let's say you're low on Whis, start getting these now. You won't regret it. I'm at 150, I've never had to worry about it, but if you're at like 20 Whis or something, or if you're at like 5 of these Supreme or Elder Kais, dude, it could really, really impact your gameplay later. Once anniversary rolls around and you want to awaken all these units, because that's what these are used for. They're used for awakening units. I'm glad they made this Gregory change, because now you can just buy an infinite amount of them, because those can be really annoying. But yeah, Whis, which are really important items, you can only buy 3 a day from here. If you have extra trade points, you can check this whenever it refreshes and get what you need out of here as well. But yeah, very important metals to farm up before 9th anniversary, I'd say, are the Elder Kais, the Supreme Kais. And again, Gregory's are infinite, so that's not the biggest worry, but they are very important. You know where to get them now. And yeah, again, if you want items and you need them, these are good. And Icarus's, these are all daily limited, so just good to keep in mind. You can get those daily, you know, if you really wanted to get ready for 9th anniversary. If you're ever playing Dokkan, I highly recommend using the websites. Dokkan.wiki, they just make, the game isn't laid out the greatest, so having these websites in your back pocket are great. You can pull them up so that if you need to go to a unit and look at their best link partners, it shows you their 25 best link partners. Another website that I really like using is, it's dokkaninfo.com. I don't know why this website doesn't have it. Yeah. But a difference that I like on this website, dokkaninfo.com, is you can actually just straight up pull up 200% leads. It's so nice. If you're ever like, who could I throw Gohan, whose team could Gohan go under? You go into this button, 200% leads, and you can pull up all the units that are a great leader for him. On top of that, there's no way to pull up leaders for categories. So let's say, hold on. Let's say you wanted to build a, oh gosh. Let's change it. Let's make this categories we understand here. Let's say you wanted to build an Earthlings team, but you didn't know who led Earthlings. You can just pull up the category and see that the only leader for Earthlings in the game is Krillin. They have him up here. So it's really good to have if you're ever trying to build teams and stuff. These websites make it so much easier. There's also the fandom website, Dokkan Wiki, which is great, but it can kind of be a mess as well. I usually just stick to these two. But yeah, there's so many other things you can pull up on these websites. They're really good to know about and have. I feel like they're literally game-changing. So, well, that leads into another Dokkan tip that I wanted to get into, which I have an entire YouTube video on this if you want more in-depth. I mean, it's really just showing their kits and stuff, but either awaken these units before 9th anniversary or keep your eye out when summoning if you don't have them, because their EZAs for 9th anniversary are some of the best we've ever seen. We'll go from like, I don't know about worst to best, but I think in order from release. So I think during the countdown on 9th anniversary, we should be getting the UI EZA. Should be fucking awesome. I cannot wait for this guy to EZA. He's going to be so fun to use. I love his animations. Evo Ken. Insane EZAs. I mean, again, all these are insane EZAs. We don't have to keep saying this, but if you have these units in your boxes, make sure you awaken them or keep your eye out for while you're summoning during 9th anniversary, because you should be able to pull them as well. But yeah, these guys are going to be awesome when they EZA. Paragus and Broly, I have them rainbowed. They're going to be EZAing as well. Paragus and Broly, pretty awesome duo there. Who else do we have? Oh, we were talking about them. That's what really reminded me about this. Broly, Chilai, and Lemo, the part 2s to 5th anniversary? Bro, their EZA looks like it's going to be really fun. I cannot wait. These are all units that I've literally never used, honestly. Yeah, I've never used any of these units, so I'm really excited to finally use them. Broly, Chilai, Lemo. Hold on, before we get into the best two, who else? Oh, Bardock and Gine. You know I'm saving the best for last, but before them, Bardock and Gine. Awesome. I actually really liked using them for 7th anniversary. They were fun to run like once or twice. Bardock and Gine, they're again, EZA is going to be fire. And is that it? The final two? Is there only 2 left? Evo Vegeta. Dude, oh my gosh, dude. This unit is going to be crazy. Make sure you guys get this guy's EZA done. This guy and... where's he at? MUI Goku, the 6th anniversary LRs. They're finally EZAing. So yeah, make sure you awaken all these units. Double check your box if you have them. Especially if you don't have Vegeta or MUI. Dude, if you pull them, their EZAs are fire. So yeah, good luck on doing them. They might be a little challenging, but all in all, make sure you get them done if you can, because they're going to be so good. Some of the best EZAs we've ever seen. Before a unit drops, you're able to pre-farm their medals, so you don't have to wait an hour after you pull them to awaken them. So if you guys want, before 9th anniversary even starts, you can go farm out these medals that, like, Gogeta needs, for example. Just go to, pull them up on Dokkan Wiki here. Pretty simple. You can just click on his medals here. He needs 14 of these Broly medals, 21 of these Gogeta medals. You can just click on them individually to see what the event is. So it's going to be this event right here. Don't get me wrong, finding the Dokkan events can be a whole nother tip itself. But regardless, once you find the medals and you farm them up, you can also make sure you click on the TUR image here as well, if this is the website you're using. And you can also see that you'll need 35 of these God Duo medals and 35 of these Gogeta medals. So yeah, something if you want to do that so that when, you know, not if, when you pull the Gogeta or whichever unit you're doing this for, before they actually release, you can get these medals ready, farmed, and then, yeah, awaken them instantly rather than wait an hour. Now, another bonus tip, if you don't feel like doing this, is they have started doing a new thing, I think for every release, right? I don't think it's just certain banners or anything, where when a banner releases, there's actually missions during the banner release that give you bonus medals for farming the events. I believe that's a true thing. I don't know if that's just for new events. I don't know if that's just for certain units, but I think that's for every unit that ever drops. There's missions that drop with the unit, so that if you use certain teams, which are very easy to do, use certain teams and stuff on the events when you're farming the medals, you get bonus medals, so you have to do less runs. It's a really annoying part of Dokkan, but it's a nice little tip to save you some time if you want. And this applies to any unit. Just go to their page. If you're on the LR like Gogeta here, make sure you go down and scroll down to like their previous forms so you can actually see the medals. Like his TUR form here. You can see that, yeah, again, he needs these 35 medals. So yeah, there's a little tip for you. Save you some time. I'm sure some people will appreciate it. Hopefully it doesn't jinx your summons. I'll definitely leave that part out. So basically, if you're a newer player especially, this is great for you. You need stamina to do any events in Dokkan. And usually during any events that are going down, anniversary worldwide, there's 4 times experience when you're doing quest mode. So something you can do is if you're running out of stamina when you're farming all your medals for your new units, is right before you run out of stamina, it usually only works when there's 4 times ranks XP for quest mode. Go into the quest mode right before you run out of stamina. You can get a shitload of experience from doing like 1 or 2 runs, level up, refill your stamina, and then just rinse and repeat. That's something that I was doing when I had to farm like 100 different units medals. You know, not something you ever have to do, but if it's something you're like, bro, I keep running out of stamina, this is a great tip to help you with that. On top of stamina meat and stuff, but you can, I don't know how that is nowadays. It's been 2 years since I started playing, but I remember that being a major issue for me, but the 4 times rank XP being a massive help. That kind of goes hand in hand with the medals, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you don't wanna not be able to play because you're out of resources. Like, that's just so frustrating. What else do we got? I guess one of the last tips that I have on here, and it's not one that I want to throw out, but it's one that some people might, you know, they might help them, is if you are gonna spend money, which I don't encourage it, please do not spend money on this game. It's not worth it. It's actually really free to play friendly, but on the off chance you are going to spend money, because I know there are people that are going to, you know, spend your money well. Spend your money wisely. There are, I believe these super sales expire before the anniversary, so you could, if you really wanted to, you could get the sales before the anniversary starts and then get more sales after. On top of that, the only thing that I really but the only thing that I really like is the daily capsules. It comes out to $10 for 100 stones, especially if you do it now, earlier before the anniversary starts. You'll get like the full amount before the 30 days hits. That can be a great little investment. I've basically had the $10 a month since I first started playing, and that's come out to, I was doing the math, it basically has come out to like 200, like $150 for like 2,000 stones. So, you know, after a while, this really helps you. Again, I don't encourage spending money. I recommend not spending money. I think staying free to play is good for your mental health, etc. But if you are going to spend money, do it the right way. Also, if you've been saving your rank packs like I have, you know, those can come in handy as well. Good little deals. If you are like, I'm going to be dropping money, I've got 50 stones, I'm going to be spending money, this is a great thing to do. Every day you can get 2 of these tickets. Every 5 days, it gets you 1 rotation. You know, realistically, if you did it from here to anniversary, that's $80, but then you get 40 tickets on each banner. That's pretty crazy, bro. But yeah, this game can rob you of your money. Don't let it do that. Stay ahead of the game, you know what I'm saying? Also, don't go super deep on the banners. There's another money-saving tip for you there. Set a limit for yourself. When you're going into the Broly banner, for example, say I got 200 stones and then I'm stopping. You know what I mean? This is a tip for really new players and people that might just not understand it yet. If you're gonna awaken a unit, you've got to use Kais to bring up their super attack. The alternative to this is farming up free-to-play versions of the characters, and then you can use that instead of the Kais, thus saving you Kais. And eventually, after so many units, this adds up and saves you so much in the long run. Goku's a fantastic example. Again, as long as there's a free-to-play version of a character with the exact same name, they can be used as super attack material instead of Supreme Kais. So like you could, and that's one reason I'm clicking on this here. So Giru's guide is fantastic. Let's say there's a unit that you want to farm up Kais for, like, I don't know, Broly. You can literally go to Giru's guide, find Broly here, and it'll tell you the events that you can go farm his free-to-play units from. You can also go to the websites that I've thrown tips out for, Dokkan Wiki, Dokkan.info, and I'm sure they have links as well. Probably even more in-depth events that you can farm free-to-play units from. But yeah, you can click on the events here. Once you go to the event, click on the little eye here just to be sure. You can see that, this is a terrible example, but you can see that you can farm SR Brolys to awaken them to use as super attacks. When you're using the units as material, the higher rarity, the higher awakening the material is, the higher percent they are for super attacks. This is a great tip. This took me a while to actually grasp onto. I don't know why. But if a unit is an SSR and you're awakening an SSR, it'll be 50% chance to work. If you take your free-to-play Broly, awaken him to a TUR as much as you can, as long as the name remains the same, because that can change, keep that in mind. As long as the name remains the same, you can use them as material and it'll be a 100%, just like a Supreme Kai would be, or any Kai. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Farm up the free-to-play versions of characters, whoever you can, so that you can save your Kais for other units. Characters is somebody who farmed... Honestly, as of late, I've accepted I don't need to anymore. But as somebody who pretty much farmed the free-to-play super attack for any character I could for like a year at least, bro. I'm set up for life now. So yeah, that's my tip, bro. Any unit you can, even if it's a little bit of a grind, it's so worth it in the end. It really is. So again, this can apply to any unit, but we'll take the new Broly releasing. So you go to their SSR form, Super Saiyan Broly here, scroll down, and you'll see that, boom, he has 2 different versions that can be farmed. And this is really nice because I feel like this website can show you farmable options that the Giru's Guide doesn't. So you can be like, all right, sick. I think that... Oh yeah, that free-to-play, this is a really good one to do. Some of them have higher drop rates as well. So like, let's say, this is a good example, honestly. So you see these 2 and you're like, all right, which one should I go for? The SSR or the TUR? Well, if you go for the TUR, honestly, you'll see after doing both events, the TUR has just way better drop rates in general. But not only that, it looks like we can awaken this one into a TUR, which means that it'll be 100%. So you awaken 10 or 9 of these TUR Brolys, boom, you don't have to use any Kais for this Broly. Well, that's not true, because once they're an LR, you'll have to use 10. But that's a whole nother conversation. It saves you some, all right? Can this one be awakened into a Super Saiyan Broly? I have no clue. No, see, so like if you got this Broly and you awakened him, now he's a Super Saiyan 3 Broly, now he's got an entirely different name. This is a great example. So this is not a good farmable option. Lower drop rates, you can awaken him into a TUR, because now he's Super Saiyan 3 Broly. But instead, go for this one here that it shows you. Boom. Now you're saving yourself some Kais. But yeah, you can use this for literally any unit in the game. You'll save so many Kais in the end, and you'll be very, very grateful. But yeah, at the end of the day, dude, I do this to help out 1 or 2 people, at least. If there's one guy out there, 2 people out there that are like, yo, thank God this popped up on my For You page, I did my job, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, hopefully that helps some people, gets new people. Oh, and I think that's the last tip I want to throw out today. Final Dokkan tip for today. Almost the most important Dokkan tip I can think of. Download the game and start playing right now. This is going to be the greatest time to start playing Dokkan. 9th anniversary leading into Synced with JP. Hopefully staying synced for there. Some of the best units we've ever seen in the game. Beast Gohan is still #1 in Part 2. These units are amazing. If you start earlier than later before the anniversary, you can start saving up stones. That's like the #1 tip, is just download the game, do your dailies, start playing, farm what you can. Get ready. Get ready for 9th anniversary, because yeah, it is going to be a good one, bro. And we are going to be, yeah, it's literally, I just view this boulder that is going to finally start rolling down this hill, and we're going to have like one of the best years of Dokkan ever, bro. And that's saying a lot when 7th anniversary was so fucking fun, dude. Worldwide was so fun. The units for 7th anniversary were so sick. Maybe not Part 2. We got the movies units, bro. I think we're gonna top that, and that was a blast, dude, that year.